Hey guys, welcome to Bikewagon Community College. Today we're going to talk about suspension forks. We're going to make sure you get whatever kind of fork you need to get the job done. No, but seriously, knowing the ins and outs of suspension forks will help you so you don't end up like this guy. So here are the pieces that make up any suspension fork, from top to bottom. You got your steer tube, crown, stanchions with the spring and the damper, your casting with the arch, brake bosses, and dropouts. Now with the steer tube, you have diameters of 1 1/8 inch, 1.5 inches, and tapered. You gotta get the right one to match your frame or else you'll be screwed. Now with the spring, you got two options, air and coil. An air spring is lighter weight, and it's more customizable for your weight and riding style. A coil spring is a little heavier, usually a little less expensive, and can be great for downhill riders. Though this one is an entry-level fork. The damper uses oil to control the spring, so you don't bounce around like you're on a pogo stick. Now another reason you're here is probably because of vocabulary. Let me guess. You went to the bike shop and the bike dude said something like, well, your preload is adjusted so your compression's too small so your travel. And you were probably like, so our first word is travel. Travel is the distance the spring compresses before bottoming out. Minimal travel is great for cross country and all mountain. Maximum travel is great for downhill and free ride. Compression is the speed at which the fork moves through the travel. The next term, rebound. Not that rebound. Rebound is the opposite of compression. It's the speed at which the fork returns after compressing. Preload is the preset firmness of the coil spring. It affects sag. Sag is how much the spring moves just under the weight of the rider. Yeah. That's sag. Air volume is like preload but for an air spring. It's how much pressure is inside the air spring. It can be adjusted with a shock pump. Post mount is the standard size disc brake mount on suspension forks. Cantilever bosses are where you put your V-brakes. The through axle, not your standard 9mm skewer. The through axle goes through the wheel and connects the wheel to the fork. It's usually 15mm or 20mm in diameter. Okay, now that you're literally a suspension fork dictionary, let's see if we can learn about some common adjustments and apply that knowledge. Rebound usually adjusts at the bottom of the fork, sometimes at the top. Just turn the knob. Compression is usually adjusted at the top of the stanchion tube. Some forks have 2-in-1 knobs that adjust both high and low speed compression. High speed compression adjustment is for those small high frequency vibrations that require minimal compression. Low speed compression adjustment is for those big hits that require a lot of compression. Preload can be increased or decreased with just the twist of a knob at the top of the stanchions. Now there may be more adjustments depending on the brand of the fork. Just know that the more adjustments usually equals a better fork. So that's it. Now take your suspension forks, go out there and be this guy. I'm Nathan. We'll see you in the next class of Bikewagon Community College. This cheese is disgusting. Is this real?